After you'd left school and you kind of did quite a few day jobs,
Yeah.
you decided to go on a visit to the US, to America. I think I've read somewhere that you kind of initially went for a couple of weeks and you ended up staying on and off for a couple of years.
Pretty much. And my first visit was at that time when I was at school, because I have some family over in San Francisco. And as growing up as a kid, every now and again, one of the family members would come over and they would bring us a book or two or this or that. I actually remember having like Bound for Glory as a kid, which was really great, the Woody Guthrie book, and On the Road, and John Steinbeck books from my cousins over there, you know, that they would bring over. But so my first trip to the States was at that time when I started to kind of like, you know, look at writing things and playing places seriously and actually, you know, having the balls to get up in front of an audience and do that. So I went off to San Francisco. I stayed there for a few months, I think, just kind of hanging out with my cousins, and then coming back. Just it was New York, really. It was even I had my mind set that I would either, you know, love to be around the cafes of New York like I would anywhere, but also really into the South. You know, I was musically into things that came out of Nashville and came out of Memphis and all of the rock and roll and country records I heard as a kid. But it was New York that I ended up going to, and really, you know, I really liked that space. It occupied my mind brilliantly. You know, I just didn't want to leave. So it was mainly going back and forward there, from London and Rochester back to New York playing. I ended up kind of like playing a lot of every cafe and park I could. I was kind of playing the park all day, literally for hours on end. You know, you naturally become a good player even without noticing it. Actually, you kind of, when you're playing something that long, even if you're doing Hank Williams all day or something, you soak everything up, you know, like a sponge. And I was playing some really late night cafes, you know, 2, 3 in the morning. New York's a late night place, so it's you discover that being there. You know, you play a gig at 10 p.m, no one's there. You play at 1 o'clock in the morning, everyone's there. So it's the best places were the places where people were generally just handing around a basket for you know, and you'd end up with $5 at the end, but you got this great audience. You know, I really learnt a lot from being there.